I'm Jamie Bartlett from the think tank Demos.
And you're particularly interested in using social media as a source of intelligence. What do you see as the strengths and weaknesses of that approach?
Social media is obviously sort of one of the primary ways in which people communicate nowadays. It's impossible to imagine any responsible policing or intelligence agency not using it as a form of insight. And actually it offers lots of different types of insight. It offers new ways that police, for example, can engage directly with the public, can crowdsource intelligence and information, all the way to more covert, secretive types of intelligence collection from social media groups. So there's an opportunity really to gather really remarkable new types of data sets about people, about groups and individuals. However, I think there's real risks of this going badly wrong. Social media changes in many ways our conception of what's public and what's private, and that leaves us with some considerable difficulties about the legal and ethical framework by which we access and use and interpret people's personal data. A lot of it is sort of in this quasi-public-private space. So what I'm interested in talking through is how you can make sure that social media intelligence is collected on a legal and ethical, publicly accepted basis, and is capable of generating useful, actionable, usable insight. And both of those things, I think, we're some way from achieving.
And you'll say we're somewhere from achieving. Have you got any hints about where we might go, where we might start?
I do. I think firstly, in terms of ethics and legality, we need, over the long term, I think we need we need a green paper and an interdepartmental review to try to understand and set out a clear and transparent way in which data will be collected and used. Because at the moment, I think the public don't really understand how police intelligence agencies might be accessing social media, and without that clarity, there's going to be concerns that it's being misused. So I would like to see, firstly, social media slot into the existing RIPA 2000 framework. RIPA was passed into law 12 years ago, before Facebook was even imagined by anybody. So firstly, I think we need to, in the immediate term, try to slot various types of social media intrusion onto our existing oversight and regulatory framework. And secondly, I think we need to do a lot more in terms of understanding how you turn large social media data sets into usable insight. So for example, I would suggest that we have this Centre of Excellence, a sort of SOCMINT Centre for Excellence, which looks at ways of sampling methods properly, the sorts of online cultures and behaviours which are slightly new. The language that's used makes, for example, it very difficult to know what to believe and what not to believe. We know on things like Twitter that rumours spread like wildfire. We need to start working out how you filter those rumours out. So how do you find, sort the wheat from the chaff? And I think that it is possible to do that, but it's going to take a lot of retrospective testing, going through big Twitter data sets and finding out what was relevant and what wasn't. It's a very big challenge, a very big task. I can't say I have all the answers, but so I suppose overall I want to issue a word of caution about the speed with which we should proceed, very carefully, very slowly.